everyone. It's nice to see a great big crowd here for this. It's really well-deserved, too. Thank you for joining us today for this very special press conference to recognize some amazing residents and City of Erie employees who have demonstrated selfless acts of courage right here in our community. In this season of Thanksgiving, we're celebrating these individuals who, through their acts, embody positivity, kindness, thoughtfulness, and a lot of initiative as well by all of them. To start, I would like to tell you about 5 citizens who played a crucial role in rescuing a young boy from a house fire in September, which tragically claimed the life of his 4-year-old brother. According to Erie Fire Department fire marshals, without the brave efforts of these neighbors, the older brother probably would have likely also perished. It is important to acknowledge these citizens for their courage and their quick thinking. Now, please stand by me when I call your name. Jerry McClelland. Come on up, Jerry. Wesley McNeil Zook. Thank you. Wesley, thank you. Paul Rodriguez. Either way, wherever you're comfortable. Michaela Dugan. Nice applause, thank you very much. And Sierra Dugan. I would now like to read a special commendation for these 5 people. In recognition of Michaela Dugan, Sierra Dugan, Jerry McClelland, Wesley McNeil Zuck, and Paul Rodriguez. Whereas, the City of Erie wishes to recognize and highlight our residents for their outstanding acts of bravery and heroism. Whereas, on September 6th, 2024, 5 alert neighbors played a crucial role in rescuing an 11-year-old from a house fire in the 500 block of East 4th Street here in the City of Erie. Whereas, Sierra and Michaela Dugan were outside when they saw a house on fire just before 1 a.m. They immediately called 911 and used their car horn to alert neighbors. They then ran to the house, pounding on the door and yelling to wake up the occupants. Their efforts woke up the 11-year-old boy who had been asleep. Whereas 3 other neighbors, Paul Rodriguez, Wesley McNeil Zuck, and Jerry McClelland, took swift action to begin the rescue efforts. Whereas the 11-year-old boy attempted to leave his bedroom into the main part of the house, but was blocked by smoke and fire. So he returned to his room, closed his door, and headed to the window. Whereas the boy put his hand out the window, alerting the neighbors to his location, the neighbors worked to boost one another high enough to reach the window, which they then broke and pulled the boy to safety. Whereas, thanks to their quick thinking and selfless actions, these 5 residents were able to help the boy escape with only very minor injuries. So now, therefore, I, Joseph E. Schember, Mayor of the City of Erie, do hereby recognize on this 26th day of November, 2024, Michaela Dugan, Sierra Dugan, Jerry McClelland, Wesley McNeil Zuck, and Paul Rodriguez for their courage and their quick thinking, which helped save the life of this boy. The City of Erie is incredibly grateful for your selfless act of heroism and bravery. Thank you all for what you've done. Let's give them all a nice round of applause. Okay, you can now all sit down. Thank you very much. And I'm now happy to introduce our Fire Department's Assistant Chief, Greg Purchase. Greg? Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you all for being here today. It's my privilege to stand before you as we honor some truly extraordinary individuals whose heroic acts remind us of the greatness that exists in our community. Every day as firefighters, we have the honor of serving and protecting our community. But today, we're reminded of something just as profound, that our citizens are themselves the original protectors of their neighborhoods, their friends, and their loved ones. The people we are honoring today exemplify the courage, quick thinking, and selflessness that make our community strong. When faced with dangerous situations, they didn't hesitate. They stepped forward when others might have stepped back, and their actions made a real difference. These heroic acts highlight the very essence of what makes Erie great, our willingness to step up for each other in times of need, whether it's through acts of courage, kindness, or solidarity. Every one of us plays a role in making this a safe and thriving place to live. On behalf of the Erie Fire Department and this community, I want to express our gratitude to these individuals for their actions. Your courage is not only an inspiration to us all, but a testament to the spirit that binds us together. Let's give these heroes the recognition they deserve and continue to support and celebrate the values that they represent. Thank you all.
And we do all have copies of all this, what was just read, all this. We each get your own copy of that. So that's all by the side here. So thank you, Assistant Chief Gregory Purchase. I wholeheartedly agree with the statements you made. I would also like to share my appreciation to the men and women of the City of Erie Fire Department for your ongoing service and devoted service to our community. Thank you very much, all you that are here, and even the ones that aren't here as well. Next, thank you. Very well deserved. Thank you very much. Next, I would like to tell you about the compassion and dedication of some very special City of Erie employees. On October 24th, 2024, two of our Public Works employees, Derek Page and Adam Holbrayton, performed an outstanding act of heroism and bravery that likely saved the life of an Erie resident and kept a house fire from spreading to neighboring properties. Derek Page, Adam Holbrayton, would you please stand next to me now? One on each side, maybe. How about that? Thank you. It is now my pleasure to read this special commendation for the two of you, and you all get a copy of this as well with your name on it. So, in recognition of Derek Page and Adam Holbrayton, whereas the City of Erie wishes to recognize and highlight our residents and employees for outstanding acts of bravery and heroism. Whereas on October 24th, 2024, two City of Erie Public Works employees from the Streets Department, Derek and Adam, were working on the 1300 block of West 32nd Street, filling potholes that was shortly after 10 a.m. in the morning. Whereas the two gentlemen next to me noticed a fire at a nearby residence and immediately called the fire department. Upon hearing a scream for help from inside the home, the two quickly ran to the door and helped an elderly woman who had suffered burns to her hands outside of the house for her safety. Whereas they then returned to the house with a fire extinguisher and yelled inside to check if anyone else was in the residence. They remained on site until our fire crews arrived. Whereas the quick thinking and acts of bravery and heroism displayed by both Derek and Adam helped ensure that the residents got a safety and fire crews who were alerts promptly before the fire could spread to any other residents. Now therefore I, Joseph V. Schember, Mayor of the City of Erie, do hereby proclaim this 26th day of November, 2024, Derek Page and Adam Holbrayton for their quick thinking and selfless act of bravery to assist a fellow Erieite in their time of need. Derek and Adam, the City of Erie is grateful to have you both and proud to have you as members of our Public Works Department. Thank you, and let's give them all a big round of applause. Thanks very much. We appreciate all you do. That's very honoring that everyone stood as well. Thank you very much. And the two of you can sit down now. Thank you. Thank you. Now, I'd like to tell you about another incident that again reflects on the great initiative, compassion, and dedication of residents by employees of the City of Erie. Aaron Spinelli, Omarian Robson, and Mike Venstra. Will you please come up and stand next to me as well? Two on one side, one on the other, wherever you want. So it's now my pleasure to read this special commendation, which you will also get copies of before you leave here. In recognition of Aaron Spallini, Omarion Robson, and Mike Venstra, whereas the City of Erie wishes to recognize and highlight our residents and employees for outstanding acts of bravery and heroism. Whereas on the evening of Sunday, November 3rd, 2024, City of Erie Public Works employees, Aaron Spinelli, Omarion Robson, and Mike Venstra, were on Shawnee Drive doing their usual route collecting recyclables. Whereas early November brought incredibly dry weather to our region, making us more prone to usual fires than usual. These three gentlemen noticed a nearby brush fire which was rapidly spreading due to this dry weather to nearby properties. Whereas they quickly worked together to wake and alert affected residents to ensure their safety and called the fire department, which arrived quickly and was able to contain the blaze. Whereas, due to their quick thinking and bravery, the employees prevented any major impact on the houses and ensured the physical safety of the residents, who were extremely grateful for the employee actions and everyone's involvement. Now, therefore, I, Joseph E. Schember, Mayor of the City of Erie, do hereby recognize this 26th day of November, 2024, as Aaron Spinelli, Omarion Robson, and Mike Venstra for their quick thinking and their bravery, incredible bravery. Aaron, Omarion, and Mike, the City of Erie is grateful to you for all and proud to have you as members of the Public Works Department. Thank you, and please give Aaron, Omari, and Mike another round of applause. You may be seated now. Okay, that concludes our special press conference today. It really put me on a high. Thank you all for being here. Please remember that there will be no press conference this week due to Thanksgiving, a holiday being on Thursday, November 28th. City Hall will be closed. I just want to make sure everybody knows, both Thursday, the 28th, and Friday, November 29th. So on behalf of the city, we wish you all a happy Thanksgiving and enjoy the rest of the day today. Thank you very much.